My name is Chris Horton, and I am a full-time paranormal researcher and filmmaker with empathic ability. And tonight, myself and Haunted Earth teammates Deanne and Sean are travelling to the ancient town of Thaxted in Essex to film an investigation in a 200-year-old tower windmill that has never been investigated before. Will we find activity, or is it all just bats? Standing lonely and isolated in fields on the outskirts of ancient Thaxted is the brick tower mill, which was built in 1804 by a master miller named John Webb. The windmill ceased to grind corn in 1907 and then for many years remained forlorn and unused until 1970, when a trust was formed to restore the building and maintain inside a museum of rural crafts. Since the project begun, over £100,000 has been raised to carry through much needed renovation work, although sadly on Easter Monday 2010, one of the cells broke off, requiring more refurbishment, which is currently being carried out. Thaxted is an early ancient town with many fine buildings, and reputedly a long and haunted history awaits any visitor to the area at night. Tonight, Haunted Earth visits the mill to determine whether John Webb or his men still haunt this beautiful structure. So join us as we enter and investigate this ancient windmill. On arrival, a trustee, Mr. Len Farron, took us on an escorted tour of the building and for us to get a feel for any likely activity. There's an atmosphere in here, and you can feel it. I mean, can you feel it here?
Yeah, and it's more over there. It gets stronger as you go over there.
Very strong mal presence. And yeah, it's
very strong here.
It's around here, yeah. And I mean, I've been here during the day. I've been here, obviously now, and certainly haven't felt anything which is unpleasant. It's just a very strong mal presence. Very friendly, but quite firm presence. But let's continue upstairs.
Remember your heads?
Yep. It's feeling very, very neutral. This is the second floor, or from the ground floor, and it feels very, very neutral. You've got all the machinery here.
Wheels, yeah.
The wheels.
The two sets of stones here are 1804 vintage.
Oh, these are 1804?
Yeah, that's why they're so worn and thin. And the middle stone, although the furniture around it's new, that's 1845, and that's the one we use.
Oh, that's the one that you, yeah, and it's obviously been improved.
So that stone there, if you put your hand on it, you can turn it and it weighs a ton.
I'd love to see it going.
When it's working, we could be talking here, we could, like we are now, and if we'd not actually put it into gear, you wouldn't hear it. And this wheel here, this big wheel here, the spur wheel, would be spinning according to the speed of the sails.
So it's not that loud?
No noise at all.
Shall we wander upstairs, guys? Having arrived on the final floor, which was a picture exhibition area, none of us could feel anything remotely active, although from experience we were aware that events could change when the lights were finally turned off. The image that I'm getting here is a man, probably, he appears probably in his late 30s, early 40s, dark hair, black bushy beard, very well thick-set man, not particularly tall, but very, very muscular. And of course I would say that he'd be wearing some kind of clothing that a miller would wear. I can certainly see something like an apron of some description. but it's not made of cloth. This appears to be leather. Just one other thing for the camera, you probably hear a roar of an aeroplane every so often. We are in close proximity to Stansted Airport, and quite a few aircraft actually fly over. I think what we're relying on here mostly will be electronic voice phenomena. So we'll just carry on filming, but I'm not feeling anything unpleasant here at all.
Oh, I've just got an orb.
I thought the atmosphere's changing a little bit. It's still pleasant, but feels quite different.
Feels colder than me.
Yeah.
It was warm, really warm a minute ago now.
Yeah.
My nose is cold as well, isn't it?
Please, could you give us some of your presence? I can feel somebody else here very strongly now.
Is that nice?
Yeah, I heard that as well. Like a whirring noise.
Yeah.
I just see the black.
Yeah,
the
further back I
lights.
can see it flying around.
But bats don't make whirring noises.
Not like that, it sounded a bit electronic though.
Mm.
Well actually it sounded like a saw. Like an old mill saw, you know?
Yeah, buzz saw.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was weird, that was.
What we'll do, I think, if we have a wander up to the next floor.
Okay.
You guys happy with that?
Yeah.
I'll turn on the torch. We'll cover this when we come back down again. Okay, we're on this floor now, activity-wise.
Cool, that was close. The wings just went right past my ear.
It's the bat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels a little bit more active than what it did earlier, but again it's more residual. But I do also feel presence of someone here, but I couldn't tell you who it is.
Do you think they wanted to talk to me then?
I don't know.
A bit weird, isn't it?
I'm going to have to come over your way. I'll stand over there. Just heard a voice here. Could you speak again, please? Could you tell me who you are? Now, I just see something like an orb. It wasn't a bat.
Oh, hang on, I think I might call one on the floor. Yep, another one.
Could you make a noise, please, or give some indication of your presence, please?
Hey, did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard
What?
like somebody said something.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know what it was, but it sounded as if it was coming from over there.
yeah, I heard that too.
Like a bloke's voice.
It was a low voice.
Yeah.
This is very interesting. I mean, there's nothing unpleasant in this building. It's a very friendly building, but there's certainly activity going on around us. Sure, okay, quick. There's somebody here. Really, I can feel presence here, very, very strongly. I just heard someone creeping, and I can feel him. It's moved. It's over here. Now this is male, but it's not a man, it's a child. No more than maybe 10 or 11 years old, working here. I think his first name was Tom, and I think his surname was Rayner. Yeah. It's like, I just feel like he's hiding. Like every time you come close to him, he moves away and disappears over to the other side. I can imagine he probably would. I mean, going back before the Education Act and the Employment Acts, during the Victorian period, they would have employed children in mills.
There's 2 bats in here.
Yeah, I'm feeling lightheaded now. And then jets again.
I'm not sure I felt someone tug my bottom of my jeans in.
Yeah. There is a small boy, very, very scruffy dressed, and he's certainly not wearing, I don't see him wearing shoes. It sounds crazy, but this is what I'm feeling. If your name is Tom Rayner, could you give us a sign, please, of your presence? We don't mean you any harm. We're not here to cause you any problems or to try and hurt you in any way. What was that?
That was to my right.
So there you go.
That sounded like a creaky floorboard.
So,
But
yeah.
I didn't move.
There's a bat, but the bat's
Yeah.
not going to make creaky floorboard
Well, it's not
noises.
going to fly into the wood, is it?
No.
As the hour was getting later, we decided, after activity receded on this floor, to visit the last room, which was the cap end of the windmill. But despite our best efforts, the area seemed devoid of activity, and so we returned to the museum area on the ground floor. But that too, after an investigation, failed to yield any activity either. It was, all in all, an interesting investigation, with some positive indications of paranormality. But the mill, I suppose, is a gently haunted building that feels overall at peace with itself, and particularly in its new role as a museum of rural craft. And what of the presence of Tom and the miller? Perhaps that will be left to another day.